The Ice Age wiped out giants, so why did humans survive? Let's find out.
The Ice Age turned Earth into a world of white silence, where even the air seemed frozen in place. Rivers froze, forests vanished, and entire valleys disappeared beneath mountains of snow. Across this frozen desert, massive beasts still wandered, mammoths, rhinos, and saber-toothed cats searching for life. But strength became a burden. The larger they were, the more they needed, and the less the Earth could give. One by one, the giants fell, leaving only bones and silence across the ice. And yet, in the shadows of extinction, a smaller species kept moving: humans. They carried fire like treasure, embers wrapped in bark, the last light of a dying world. When storms grew too fierce, they searched for caves, anywhere the wind couldn't reach.
Long before the ice came, these caves were warm. We hunted the great elk in the valleys below.
At dawn, the storm cleared, but the fire was gone, and so was their safety.
The warmth faded, and the cold reclaimed the world. Every breath cut like a blade. They walked for days through white nothingness, chasing warmth they could only imagine. Then, tracks, fresh ones, proof that life still existed beyond the ice. Hunger outweighed fear. The hunt was all that stood between them and death. Spears flew through the frozen air, precision born from desperation. When the noise faded, they stood before the fallen giant, grateful, not triumphant.
The mammoth's gift became their survival, its hide for warmth, its bones a shelter, its memory honored in silence.
From the mammoth's remains, they built what nature had denied them: a home.
Inside, the first flame was born again, smoke curling beneath the roof of humankind's first true home.
For the first time, they slept without fear, the storm howling outside, the fire whispering within.
Days turned to weeks, and the fire never went out again. It became the heart of their new world. They learned that survival wasn't about strength. It was about sharing warmth, food, and ideas. Stories began to form: how the fire was found, how the tribe endured. Knowledge became legacy. When warmth returned to the land, they began to explore, searching for more than just survival.
They shaped new tools from stone and bone, each one smarter, sharper, made for a changing world.
Bone became needle, hide became thread, and clothing became armor against the endless cold.
As the tribe grew, so did their courage, and they followed rivers, mapped valleys, and remembered every trail. They began to trade: fire for stone, fur for food, turning survival into connection. Fire spread from tribe to tribe, carried in stone bowls, protected like a heartbeat shared across the world. And with each shared flame, humanity began to rise, bound by warmth, memory, and the will to endure. Seasons shifted again. The ice began to melt, rivers broke free, and the world slowly woke from its long sleep.
The cold no longer ruled every hour. Green returned.
With change came new challenges. The animals moved north, and humans followed the herds into unknown lands. They built rafts from logs and hides, crossing rivers that once were frozen walls of death.
Each journey taught them more: how to track stars, follow birds, and read the whispers of wind.
They learned to store food, dry meat, and prepare for winters before they came. Foresight became their greatest weapon.
Art flourished. Paint on stone, carvings in bone. Proof that survival had grown into imagination.
Music followed. Simple rhythms on wood and stone echoing across the ice. A heartbeat of humanity itself.
From one spark came language, memory, and the first whispers of belonging.
The Ice Age was ending, but humanity had only just begun. Their story was no longer about survival, but about becoming.
But the warmth was brief. The ice took hold again, deeper and darker than before. Food vanished faster than firewood. The hunters returned empty-handed, their eyes hollow from the cold.
Inside the shelters, the fire shrank. Smoke stung their eyes, but they dared not let it die. The cold cracked their tools and their hope. Yet every failure became another lesson in survival.
Wolves prowled the edges of firelight, hungry, desperate, shadows moving just beyond sight.
One storm lasted 7 days. They rationed water from melted snow and warmth from each other. When the wind finally slept, the world outside was unrecognizable. Half their camp buried beneath new ice.
Still they rebuilt. Stronger walls, deeper fires, turning disaster into design. Their hands were raw from the cold, but a quiet peace returned beneath the first clear sky. They had faced hunger, storms, and the endless cold, and still the fire burned, defiant as ever. Winter deepened until day and night were the same gray shadow, and time itself seemed to freeze.
The sun vanished for weeks, leaving only the glow of coals and the memory of warmth.
Hunger crept in quietly, thinner with each passing night, but no one spoke of surrender. Outside, predators circled unseen. Footprints at dawn told stories of what waited beyond the light.
Yet even fear served a purpose. It sharpened senses, taught patience, made them part of the hunt itself.
The cold punished everything. Skins split, breath froze, even tears turned to ice.
Still, every dawn they rose, mended tools, checked traps, and faced the world as if warmth might return today.
When storms cleared, the sky blazed with colors, a reminder that beauty could survive, even here. Through endless cold and hunger, one truth remained. The fire was not just warmth, it was will.
As winter dragged on, even the strongest grew slower, their strength measured carefully with each step. Injuries healed slowly in the cold, and every wound carried risk. The herds moved farther each year, forcing the tribe to choose between staying warm or following food. They packed only what mattered: fire, tools, hides, and left the rest to the ice. Travel was slow and dangerous, the land offering no mercy to the careless.
When storms trapped them, they waited, trusting patience more than strength.
Children learned early that silence could mean survival.
Children learned early that silence could mean survival. Every decision carried weight, and every mistake lingered longer in the cold. Yet even now, they protected the fire, shielding it from wind, as if guarding life itself.
Because as long as the fire lived, so did they. Humans were never the strongest creatures of the Ice Age. They were not the fastest, the fiercest, or the largest. But they learned something no other creature did. They shared fire, they shared food, and they shared knowledge. That is why, when the Ice Age tried to erase life from the Earth, humanity endured.